Respiratory system. Respiratory system is made up of different organs responsible for making the body take in oxygen and give off carbon dioxide and moisture. The main parts of the respiratory system are nasal cavity, pharynx and larynx, trachea, bronchi, lungs, and the diaphragm. The nasal cavity. The nostrils are the opening into the nasal passages that are lined with hairs called cilia. The cilia filter the dust and other particles present in the air. They also protect the nasal passages and other regions of the respiratory tract. The blood vessels inside the lining of the nose warms and humidifies the air. The pharynx and larynx. The pharynx is also called the throat. It is the common passageway for both food, water, and air. Below the epiglottis is the larynx or the voice box. The larynx contains two vocal cords that vibrate. With our tongue and lips, we convert these vibrations into speech. The larynx is the main site for sound production. Two ligaments called vocal cords can be stretched in varying extents across the opening of the larynx. With our tongue and lips, we convert these vibrations into speech. The larynx is the main site for sound production. Two ligaments called vocal cords can be stretched in varying extent across the opening of the larynx. To prevent food from entering the windpipe or trachea, the epiglottis closes the larynx when swallowing. This prevents food and water to enter the passage. Trachea is known as windpipe. It is made up of muscles and elastic fibers with rings of cartilage lined with cilia. The trachea filters the air we inhale and branches into the bronchi. Bronchi are two tubes that carry air into the lungs. Bronchial tubes also branch into smaller tubes called bronchioles. Bronchioles branch off into alveoli. Alveoli are grape-like structures at the end of the bronchioles. The alveoli have thin walls that are surrounded by blood vessels. The bronchioles and the alveoli together make up the lungs. The alveoli increase the surface of the lungs for a greater exchange of gases to collect more oxygen. It also protects the lungs from bacteria and other harmful microorganisms. Lungs. The lungs are located in the chest cavity surrounded by the rib cage. The lungs are the main organ of the respiratory system. These are the lightest organ of the body. This is where exchange of gases occurs. This is the site where oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is expelled out. Each lung is covered with pleural membrane. This membrane produces slippery fluid that allow the lungs to glide freely during breathing. Diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that controls breathing, which is located at the bottom of the lungs. During respiration, the diaphragm flattens out and pulls upward, making more space for the lungs. We inhale or breathe in. The diaphragm contracts and pulls downward. This movement increases the space in the lungs, which pulls air into it. When we exhale or breathe out, the diaphragm expands. This movement reduces the amount of space for the lungs and forces air out. We have to take care of our respiratory system. There are different ways to keep our respiratory system healthy, such as staying in a clean and safe environment and practicing good healthy habits.